Hello guys, today we'll be discussing that why Air India is one of the most important part of Tata Group or Tata Company. Your arrival was much awaited. This was the line quoted by Sir Ratan Tata to welcome back Air India. Welcome back Air India. Tata Sons wrote a tweet on Thursday as the group had taken over on the administration of Air India. When the first time we heard this news or we have seen this tweet, we were very excited about this and also happy at the same time. The disinvestment of Air India was held through a competitive bidding process. The Tata Group emerged as a successful bidder with a bid of 18,000 crores, and also JRD Tata had started this airlines with lots of love, but later it was snatched away from Tata Group. This question arises in our mind that why they have taken it from Tata. So let us go through the story of rise, fall and again rise of legendary airlines. It was then known as Tata Airlines and was renamed as Air India only in 1946, which is not known to many people of the nation. In fact, the industrialist JRD Tata served as a chairman of Air India till 1977. This dynamic man, JRD Tata, is also an Indian aviator. It was a dream for him to make this airlines to reach to the great height. This airline's first commercial flight was from Karachi to Mumbai, and interestingly, it was Sir JRD Tata to make the first takeoff of this flight. Our India was in such a developed position that it can run its own private flight before independence. In 1946, it had changed its name, but after 2 years, it started its international operations also. It had earned its name, and people believe that it's the best airlines ever. It has set up its standards that every other has an eye on this, and also it's an inspiration for many. That was the level of Air India at one point of time. But we can't imagine that when India started to make its foreign relationship, at that time Vijay Lakshmi Pandit ji did not use any other airlines. Instead, she had used the Air India Airlines only. So at that time only, JRD Tata sir had started giving examples of made in India. But when everything was going good, at that moment government decided to nationalize the aviation industry and also release a notice that the work should be done as per government rules only. From that point of time, operating a private airlines became an illegal action. Along with Tata, other 8 airlines were closed with no second choice left for them, and they need to hand over the property to the government. At that particular point of time only, Sir JRD Tata warned the government that running an airlines can't be an easy task, and they also need more capital to run this. Even they need to take more flight takeoffs for their profits. He also assured that with corruption and politics being running on other side, this company can't cope up with it. And also they did not listen to JRD Tata and had taken it from it. As it was a dream project for JRD Tata, he wanted to boost this industry for the benefits of India. The warnings of Sir JRD Tata had become true. This airlines was used by ministers and their secretaries for their personal works because as the bills were being paid by Tata. The effect of collaboration with government. The government was to hold a 49% stake in the Air India venture with the provision of acquiring an additional 2% stake in the company. The Tata company was given only 25% share and rest of this was owned by the public. The proposal got the Nehru government's approval within weeks. Next year, Air India launched its maiden international route with Bombay-London flight. It was known as iconic Maharaja flight. Yet 5 years after Tata allowed the government to own a stake of 49%, the Nehru government decided to nationalize Air India. In 1953, the government paid rupees 5.8 crores to purchase the rest of Air Indian stocks. Despite nationalization of Air India, G.R.D. Tata remained the national career chairman of the Air India for 25 years. He was removed from the position in 1978. Carrying a total amount of people of 747, Air India has crashed into the Arabian Sea and by killing all 213 passengers and the crew on the board on January 1st, 1978. When Indira Gandhi came back to power in 1980, she had brought back J.R.D. Tata to Air India's board of directors position. He stayed in the position till 1986 when Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi appointed Ratan Tata as the Air India chairman. Ratan Tata remained in the chair till 1989. In the year 2004, it was divided into two parts, Indian Airlines and Air India. Indian Airlines operates domestically and Air India was for international purposes. From the year 2006 onwards, Air India had suffered huge losses after its merge with Indian Airlines. But it was a different story for Indian Airlines. It has been in little bit of profits after its merge with Air India. At that time, the Ministry of Aviation had even more destroyed these airlines. He had bought a list to buy new 1114 planes that cost only 50,000 crores. So at that particular time they have taken many loans and in this process they have need to pay it. So but no proper usage of the airplanes, they were in much more losses. They had to merge the airlines for this reason to get profits. But here comes the reality. One of the officers of Air India wrote a book on all the scams that are being done in Air India at that point of time and also tried to expose the minister works. But as we know that starting good things takes time. As the minister was very powerful, he had made pressures on the officer and the officer within a night he had destroyed every single copy of the book and also withdrawn his legal statement also. And he also applies for his act with the minister. As these all events had taken place, we can't imagine what are the dark facts that had been written in that book. So, once Maharaja was the most efficient airlines, now it had depth of 60,000 crores. As we know that Sir Ratan Tata never loses his hope. After India liberalized its economy in the early 1990s, Tata set up a joint venture with the Singapore Airlines which failed initially in the year 2012. But later in the coming days, it has increased its value and revenue too. But yet the story had not been ended. This was one side of the story. We were talking about one of the great visionary, Sir J.R.D. Tata. But here comes another visionary, our hero, Sir Ratan Tata, who had taken back Air India on Jan 27, 2021. It was a happy moment that when Tata Sons won the bid. But the truth is that Tata is not taking only the airlines, but it is also taking the responsibility to pay the debt. Now we can say that the dark days had gone for Air India and now it's happy news to hear that Air India is back to its origin. So after 68 years long time, the airlines had been in safe hands at present. Now we can see these airlines in different heights and in good benefits also. So guys, that was all about the story of legendary Air India. So that's all for today and thank you and have a nice day. And also subscribe to this channel for such more information. And also guys, please express your thoughts in the comment section given below because your thoughts matter to us. Thank you and have a nice day.